like I just said, we just came back off tour.
Yeah.
You know, with Fifth, and we still touring, still. And I do my own tours too for people. Oh, yo.
You see,
I do my own tours. I did tours in Canada. I did a tour across the whole Germany and the Swiss Alps, and that's why I don't care about the hate, cause I'm like, I got the possibility to do my own tour, like something with Memphis Bleak. Memphis Bleak said to Nori, Yayo said Jay-Z didn't have us on tour like he did, or I eat my own halal. I eat my own halal too. If you want to say that, to Memphis Bleak, I just came off my last tour. All I'm saying is when you see Jay-Z in a setting, he never really, when he's doing a Beyonce show or whatever, you don't see Memphis Bleak on the stage or him being brought out. You know, even if I'm doing the hype man shit with 50, he's bringing me out. I'm making money. I'm going to—
That's that man girl too. That's it. That's Hov's wife tour.
Yeah, that's Hov wife tour.
So if Hov, I believe if Hov was out on his own, he would bring Bleak out. There is no need for him to bring Bleak in a situation where it looked like if this was last tour you're talking about with the Cowboy Carter.
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, because I look at Bleak as a loyal guy, like I'm a loyal guy to Jay. But I look at like Fifth, my guy Hervé, one day we had TRL, and it's the Young Gunners there.
Yeah.
And I'm talking them out, and Hervé says loud, "You don't gotta worry about nothing. You got 50. Jay-Z doesn't do nothing for these guys like 50 does." And Hervé, I think he worked with them too. But he said that to me, and that always stuck in my head. Rest in peace to him.
Jim Jones just snapped. Out of nowhere, he went off on Tony Yayo during Memphis Bleak's podcast. And here's the wild part. Bleak doesn't even like Yayo either. So what's really going on here? Why is there smoke between Memphis Bleak and Tony Yayo? And what made Jim Jones lose control like that? Stay locked in, because what you're about to hear spirals fast. Let's start with Bleak, because his issue runs deep but simple. Memphis Bleak's been Jay-Z's right hand since day one, practically family. But Tony Yayo? He's been throwing shade at HOV for years. Yayo even claimed Jay tried blocking 50 Cent from the Super Bowl halftime show, a move he's never forgiven. So when Yayo sat down with Shannon Sharpe, he didn't hold back. He called Jay-Z a hater, said he never puts people on, and took a low blow at Bleak. Look at Memphis Bleak. He ain't shining. Jay don't take care of him like 50 take care of me. That jab right there, it lit the fuse, and the fire spread quick.
Something Tony Yayo said, Hov don't look out for me like 50 look out for him.
Oh, word? He said that?
I just want to clear that up. Hov don't have to.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right. Okay.
I'm chewing a lie on my own.
Right.
If Hov look out, I'm telling you, I'll be up there.
Right.
So when y'all see me out here, that's the Blizzle budget. But back to you, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but I just want to let niggas know Hov don't have to.
So,
Arguing over who's got the better sponsor. That's wild. Real ones don't move like that. You can't feed your family from another man's plate, because once he stops serving, your people starve. So this whole 50 does more for me, or Jay helps me more talk. Straight nonsense. Real men build their own. If your homie helps you, that's love, but bragging about it? Weak flex. Yayo's whole message sounded like he was calling Jay-Z selfish, like he only moves for himself. But the way it came out, it felt more like a twisted brag, like a competition over who's getting taken care of. And that's not a battle any real one wants to fight. So when Memphis Bleak pulled up to Drink Champs, he had to set the record straight. He couldn't just let that slide. Bleak said there was never deep beef between him and Yayo. They've shared rooms, maybe even done some business. But after those comments, the vibe changed. It's not war, but it's tension you can feel. And Bleak, he's not staying silent forever.
What's the difference between me and other niggas, right? Stack Bundles, one of my favorite rappers in the world.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Right?
Riot Squad.
Rest in peace.
Far Rock, you
Yep.
understand? Jim Jones, he had Stack Bundles, he had Max B. I looked at it like, great. You know, Stack's Bundles, we had a portion, was still in the hood. No disrespect to Jim Jones. Fifth had me in Battery Park. I could walk out that barefoot.
Get the
See,
socks.
that's when a nigga love you, nigga. Get the socks, nigga. Sneakers Dior, nigga. But I'm walking out there barefoot. That's when you know a nigga love you, boy. Because he making sure you don't get your shit split. Because you go back to 134, anywhere, Baisley, Brooklyn, shit get split. Once I got shit, nigga shot my shit up. Bentleys and all that. Y'all can get that sneaker, just toss that over there. My shit's official. You know what I'm saying? Yo, look, but nigga put me in position. Rest in peace of Stack, but Stack got killed in the project with a Porsche.
Yeah.
Nigga, come on, nigga, I'm from the hood, nigga. Y'all niggas thought, nigga, I done been around the Black Justice and seen the Preems and all that, nigga. The E-Money bags, all that, nigga. The younger niggas under that.
So with everything you saw.
Maserati Fox. Real nigga, huh?
With everything that you saw, what would you change?
I just pray to God every time I leave the house.
But what would you change?
Change what?
Pass the cup.
I heard you talk about all the shit you went through, all the shit niggas is still going through.
What God, listen, what God got planned for you is planned for you, brother. God already know what's planned for you in life.
God planned for you to come here and spaz on y'all niggas tonight.
I spaz?
I'm just saying, it was a plan.
I mean, I do be on some Hollywood shit in Europe. I gotta stop. Something like, yo, stop talking about Europe. I don't, like, when you come here, you gotta deal with niggas.
Don't treat Vlad like that, bro. See how niggas is? See how niggas is,
nothing with Vlad.
He ain't treat Vlad like this.
I do things for you have to do with Europe. When you go to...
Even if he hasn't said it out loud, Memphis Bleek made it clear, forget Tony Yayo, straight up. But here's where it gets messy, Yayo's always been the type to call people out for not taking care of their crew. That's his thing. And that same energy just reignited a whole new storm. This time, with Jim Jones. You remember the chaos from the old GUnit versus Dipset days. 50 Cent, Cameron, Jim Jones, pure madness. Everyone thought that beef was buried years ago. Wrong. Over the past few years, the fire's been creeping back. Jim Jones and Tony Yayo are clashing again, and now it's personal. On Math Hoffa's podcast, Yayo dropped a bombshell. He claimed Jim Jones left Stack bundles behind in the hood to die.
The problem is, when she was on the show, she had said that she had heard about you wasn't giving Stack money, but people don't know that when Stack asked you for the bread, you were going to the bank. I think the bank was closed. Something happened because me and Bino talked about it. I remember being there, and you was going to give him
more money after the money he spent because we was on tour. He like, geez, I spent all that tour money, geez, on Pop, I bug it. Whatever he did, brought another Porsche, BMW. He like, yo, Pop, geez, you said closed mouth don't get fed, geez, I'm Pop, geez, I'm hurting.
It's a fact.
And when I told him, I said, yo, go get 25 grand from the bank tomorrow. He like, oh, yo, what's up with that Wrangler truck? I'm like, I left that shit in Brooklyn. I don't even want that shit. I don't even know what block it's on. Matter of fact, it's by the car shop where I got the Maserati from. He like, you let me get that, geez. I'm like, go take it. You probably got to get a new key. He like, oh, I'm going to go get that tomorrow, geez. You different, geez. And we all know the rest of the story.
Why do you think that people have this misconception of what happened? Why do you think even her? Why do you think that? Where did that come from?
Nobody likes to hear the truth.
Because we were there. Bino get mad all the time. And he gets offended. And he was one of the people that called me. He was like, that's not true. They think that, what they think is that Stack asked you, he told you he wanted to leave. They said that Stack told you he wanted to leave, he wanted to move, and you didn't move him out. But that's not true.
You want to hear that story? All right, for Stacks and them, I was about to buy Stacks, the kid Max and Melly, a whole brownstone in New Jersey. None of them wanted to leave the hood. And I was not about to waste my money. And that was what I offered them. I went shopping for the shit and all that type of shit.
Yeah, we remember that, right, Bass? We remember that. Shout out to Bass. I remember the conversation.
And I'm like, yo, you bugging. You want to, like, yo, you can go to the hood every day, but you're going to be living in Jersey. Like, you're going to be living better than, like, you heard? And you don't have to worry about paying for no rent or nothing like that. I'm just trying to get you niggas out the hood. Melly, too. Melly ended up getting shot, right? Like none of these would listen, and everything that happened that you know can happen in the hood end up happening and shit like that, you know what I mean? But everything to try to protect them for what I know could have happened to them, I tried. You heard? From getting all of these cars to getting all these, everything. You can imagine everything. Private jets, Miami, hundreds of thousands in one weekend, 2 tour buses at Atlanta, like, cannot front on how I had my boys moving. And I'm only talking about this because you was there and you and Stacks were best friends, or Bino, couple others and like that. Other than I don't even talk to people about Stacks and what went on, but we was setting it out. This was not on our level when we was moving, and no way.
According to Yayo, Jim Jones didn't take care of Stack, and that neglect, he says, played a role in what happened to him. That's a serious claim. Now, if you don't know who Stack Bundles was, here's the rundown. Stack wasn't just another artist. He was family. Signed to Jim, one of his day ones. Jim brought him on tour, showed him the ropes, and kept him close. But even with that, whispers grew. People saying Jim didn't do enough, that his distance let tragedy strike. Stack Bundles lost his life in the same hood he came from, and that story still haunts hip-hop to this day. See, Stack never left the block, and that's where it gets complicated. I've always given Jim Jones the benefit of the doubt, because sometimes you can't save people who don't want to be saved. You can hand them the keys, the plan, even the money, and still, they'll stay where they are. That's what it sounded like between Jim and Stack. Critics accused Jim of stealing Stack's whole wave, his fashion, his swagger, his talk. And honestly, Stack had it. If life hadn't cut him short, he'd be front row at Paris Fashion Week, sitting next to A$AP Rocky. That's how ahead of his time he was. But the streets kept talking. Jim took the sauce and left him behind. Jim, though, never backed down. He said he tried everything. Money, tours, opportunities. Stack just wouldn't leave the hood. And that's what tore him up inside. According to Jim, he never abandoned Stack. He just couldn't make him walk away from the streets. Believe him or not, that's the hill Jim stands on. And when his name came up during that podcast, he broke, snapping the second anyone mentioned Stack Bundles.
Well, a lot of, me from the hood, so people look at Bleak and don't understand the business he's doing. They always look at Jay like, oh, yeah.
But that's why, that's why you got like Yayo talking about, Jay don't take care of. I don't need Jay to go on tour.
Yo, smoke hard coke,
Yo, chill. Yo, chill.
You look like you need to be taken care of. You look like you need to go to the dentist. You need to look like you need to brush your teeth. You look like you need hygiene. You look like you need help. Tell your man 50 send you an ounce or something,
You do need that
You might
help.
need
That's
2
why,
ounces, nigga.
That's why
Paid in full movie, I got a G for every bump in your face, nigga. I promise you that, nigga.
That's
I promise you that, nigga.
That's why he worried about
Peon, you broke, nigga. You know
See?
I got it, nigga. What's up? The
ain't
bag
nobody,
is up. The bolsa.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Flea, where the bolsa at, Flea?
Let me finish that off. Ain't nobody taking care of over here, B. Yo, nah, you good, my nigga. I fucking love it. They deserve it. They need to hear this shit, man, because they bugging out here. All these niggas worrying about who taking care of who. We take care of we. Ain't no who nigga. Take care of who, nigga. You nigga. Know who doing it. We live. We getting money.
Nigga. We take care of everybody, nigga. We take care of each other, nigga.
That's a fact, my G, but linking back up with you, Jim, we missed out on a lot of opportunity, bro, but we ain't gonna miss it out going forward. We need to put some pain together, bro.
Don't lie.
At that point, Tony Yayo hadn't even spoken his piece yet, but you could already see why Jim was furious. Stack wasn't just some rapper to him. That was personal. I can't tell you what's 100% fact, whether it's about the $25,000, the G-Wagon, or any of the stories floating around, but one thing's clear. Jim feels everything tied to Stack deep. So when Yayo spoke on it, Jim didn't take it as commentary. He took it as disrespect. When Jim sat down with Memphis Bleak and Yayo's name came up, all the calm was gone. Bleak tried to keep things chill, but Jim? He unloaded. No filters, no holding back. He made it crystal clear. He's not starving. His people aren't starving. And this whole argument about who's got the better sugar daddy? Straight clown talk. But what came next would crank the tension even higher.
Y'all niggas do, I don't do. I do the other thing. Everything. Y'all niggas go across the street that way, I'm going up. Holla at your boy. I do other things, man. I don't do what y'all niggas do. I don't do what niggas do. I don't watch niggas' money. I don't care. I just do what I do.
Jim flipped the switch and started flexing heavy. The money, the cars, the lifestyle, all on full display. But here's the twist. That's not even what Yayo was saying. Yayo never called Jim broke. Not once. His point was about the people around Jim, that they didn't look on, didn't look up, didn't look like they were winning too. And if Jim had caught that message instead of reacting to the money talk, maybe this whole situation wouldn't have exploded. But pride? Pride is dangerous. You could see it in Jim's eyes, that look of someone who's been disrespected too many times. He felt like Yayo was clowning him publicly, and Jim doesn't play when it comes to his name or his crew. He fired back, shouting, "Ain't nobody feeding me. I built this from the ground up." He made it clear, he doesn't eat off Jay-Z, off 50 Cent, off anybody. But instead of cooling off, Jim doubled down, turning the fire up even more. He started calling Yayo out for always standing behind 50, saying he's just hiding in the shadows of his boss. And right there, the room went cold.